The swirling rumors and allegations surrounding Jay-Z, Cathy White, Claudia Jordan, and Kim Porter have resurfaced with a vengeance in recent weeks, reigniting speculation about a case that has long lingered in the shadows of the entertainment world. The narrative, steeped in conspiracy theories and whispers of foul play, centers on the mysterious death of Cathy White, a former entertainment publicist who passed away in 2011 under circumstances that many still question. The latest buzz suggests that new information has emerged, allegedly tying Claudia Jordan to a cover-up orchestrated by Jay-Z, with claims that she was paid to lie about what happened to White. Some sources even speculate that Jordan is now threatening to reveal the truth, possibly motivated by blackmail or a desire for more money. There are also murmurs that Kim Porter, who died in 2018, may have had knowledge of the situation, potentially documenting it before her own untimely passing. This tangled web of accusations, denials, and intrigue has sparked renewed interest in solving the mystery of Cathy White's death. Let's dive into the details, piecing together the claims, counterclaims, and lingering questions that continue to fuel this controversy. The story begins with Cathy White, a 28-year-old publicist who reportedly had ties to high-profile figures in the music industry, including Jay-Z. Her death in 2011, officially attributed to a brain aneurysm, has long been a subject of speculation, particularly due to its timing and the circumstances surrounding it. According to various reports, White was rumored to have been Jay-Z's mistress, with some claiming she announced she was pregnant with his child just 24 hours before her death. This allegation, first amplified by conspiracy theorist Jaguar Wright during a podcast appearance, suggested that White's death was no accident, but rather a calculated move to protect Jay-Z's marriage to Beyoncé, who announced her pregnancy with their first child, Blue Ivy, in August 2011. Wright's accusations pointed fingers at both Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs, implying they had knowledge of or involvement in White's demise, though no concrete evidence has ever substantiated these claims. Claudia Jordan, a television personality, model, and actress, has been a central figure in this narrative, largely due to her association with White. Jordan has repeatedly denied the more salacious aspects of the story, particularly the claim that White was romantically involved with Jay-Z or pregnant with his child. In response to the allegations, Jordan took to social media, expressing frustration at being dragged into the controversy. She clarified that she and White were not close friends, but rather acquaintances who hung out a few times in 2010. According to Jordan, their interactions were casual, involving activities like drinking, gambling, and playing craps in Las Vegas. She emphasized that Jay-Z was not present during these outings and that White never mentioned any romantic involvement with him. Jordan also noted that White was dating a man named Malcolm at the time of her death, and she vehemently denied any suggestion that White was pregnant, pointing out that they engaged in activities like riding roller coasters at Six Flags, which would be unlikely for someone expecting a child. Jordan's denials, however, have done little to quell the rumors. Skeptics point to photos of Jordan and White together, suggesting a closer relationship than Jordan has admitted. Some sources claim that Jordan's public statements were an attempt to distance herself from the controversy, possibly under pressure or financial incentive from Jay-Z. A blind item from the gossip site Crazy Days and Nights, published years ago, hinted at this possibility, describing an A-list host and actress who suspected a prominent rapper had her friend killed because it was too convenient that the friend died shortly after the rapper wanted her out of the picture. The item was later interpreted to refer to Jordan, Jay-Z, and White, fueling speculation that Jordan knew more than she was letting on. Recent rumors have taken this a step further, alleging that Jordan was paid by Jay-Z to lie about White's death and that she's now threatening to reveal what she knows, possibly due to a dispute over money or threats to her own safety. The timing of White's death has always been a focal point for conspiracy theorists. Just 2 weeks before she passed, White was reportedly contacted by a tabloid investigating her alleged affair with Jay-Z. Journalist Liz Crokin, who was working for Star magazine at the time, has spoken publicly about her attempts to uncover the truth. Crokin claims she reached out to White, who initially denied any connection to Jay-Z or even having met him. However, after Crokin presented photographic evidence of White, with Jay-Z and Diddy at Dow nightclub in Las Vegas, White allegedly indicated she might be willing to go public with her story for a price. According to Crokin, White contacted Jay-Z to inform him of her intentions, and less than 48 hours after Beyoncé's pregnancy announcement at the 2011 MTV Video Music Awards, White was dead. The official cause of death was a brain aneurysm, but Crokin and others have questioned this, citing the lack of a publicly released autopsy report and an NYPD detective statement at the time that the cause of death was uncertain pending toxicology results. The absence of a detailed autopsy report has only deepened the mystery. An NYPD detective reportedly stated that a 911 call came from White's apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan, and she was taken to Beth Israel Hospital, where she passed away. The detective suggested that foul play, such as a bad drug, could not be ruled out until toxicology results were available, but those results were never made public. Some sources have gone so far as to claim that Jay-Z had connections within law enforcement and the coroner's office, allowing him to influence the official narrative surrounding White's death. These allegations, while unproven, have fueled speculation that her death was orchestrated to prevent her from exposing her alleged affair with Jay-Z, which could have threatened his marriage and public image. Adding another layer to the story are the claims about Kim Porter, Diddy's former partner, who died in 2018 from pneumonia. Some sources suggest that Porter had knowledge of White's case and may have documented it, though no concrete evidence of such writings has surfaced. The connection between Porter and White's cases remains speculative, but it has been amplified by the broader allegations against Diddy, who is currently facing a criminal trial for racketeering, sex trafficking, and other charges set to begin in May 2025. The renewed focus on Jay-Z, particularly in light of a separate civil lawsuit accusing him and Diddy of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, has only intensified scrutiny of his past associations and actions. Jay-Z has denied those allegations, calling them a blackmail attempt, and his legal team is seeking to have the case dismissed or the accuser's identity revealed. Claudia Jordan's role in the narrative has been further complicated by rumors that she was involved in cleaning up White's apartment after the 911 call, though no evidence supports this claim. Photos of Jordan with Diddy have also raised eyebrows, with some interpreting them as evidence of her deeper involvement in the events surrounding White's death. Jordan has consistently maintained her innocence, dismissing the rumors as fabrications spread by a blogger, Jackie Jasper of Hollywood Street King, who she claims was fed false information by her ex to tarnish her reputation. She has also pointed out that it's not uncommon for attractive women to be invited to celebrity tables at events without any romantic implications, a practice she says explains her and White's presence at the Las Vegas nightclub. The Las Vegas connection is another key piece of the puzzle. Sources allege that Jay-Z and White were spotted together at Down nightclub during a trip to see the Floyd Mayweather and Juan Manuel Marquez boxing match in 2010. According to these accounts, Jay-Z purchased a $2,500 pair of Louis Vuitton shoes for White to wear that evening and encouraged her to bring friends to their table to deflect attention from their alleged relationship. He reportedly took similar precautions during a gambling outing at the Bellagio Casino. These details, while unverified, have been cited as evidence of a closer relationship between Jay-Z and White than Jordan has acknowledged. The lack of transparency surrounding White's death has kept the conspiracy theories alive. Liz Crokin, who has continued to speak out about the case, expressed shock at White's sudden passing, noting that she was a healthy 28-year-old with no known health issues. Crokin's attempts to pursue the story further were reportedly discouraged by her editors, who showed little interest in a follow-up piece. This, combined with the absence of an autopsy report and the detective's initial uncertainty about the cause of death, has led many to believe that powerful forces worked to suppress the truth. Some even allege that corrupt officials in New York City were paid to rule White's death as natural, a claim that remains unsubstantiated but adds to the air of suspicion.